I hired an assistant, a personal assistant, some 6 months ago, almost now, and I wanted to give a little bit of a review on how I've been using her and what my thoughts are, because I was very divided whether to make that decision or not. You know, is it worth the money? Is it not? Um, and while I think a lot of people think an assistant is really worth it because, oh, like suddenly you get all these tasks, they can do all the little things. One of the things I think most people don't consider, and this is a thing that I quickly realized as well, is you have to consider the time that it takes to explain all of your tasks to said assistant. And that in and of itself, figuring out what work they do is a task in and of itself that you must think about and consider. And you not only have to figure out what are they going to do, but you have to teach them how to do it. Because the chances are, if they're doing, like, if it's a personal assistant, they're going to do personal tasks, and you probably have a particular way about, you know, how you want them to do things. And there are executive assistants that, you know, like, executive assistants can get very expensive and also extremely, extremely competent, and they can be really good at, like, learning what you like and stuff like that. But in general, it takes, you know, most of the time it'll take an assistant a while to figure things out. And also you have to spend time teaching them how to do things, because like the internal process that you have in your company, in your life, whatever it is probably unique in some way or another. And so you have to teach them the tools, you have to give them the access, you have to do all those things. For me, I think it's been really a really good experience. Like, if you build a relationship, I think it's really helpful to have somebody who can handle the little, small, repetitive things. So, for example, actually, one of the good examples is these videos that I record. My assistant, so my thumbnails are basically just screenshots at some point from the video, and then my editor will usually do some magic with his photo editing. But she will take the screenshots and upload them. And previously, she used to also upload them into YouTube. And so I just record things, and I put them in a folder on iCloud, and then things go up. And that work is split between my assistant and my editor, but just with my assistant, that would also be possible. I wouldn't necessarily be able to have editing on some videos, I wouldn't have shorts, I wouldn't have other things, and I might not have edited thumbnails. But if you go back to the start of my channel, I don't have edited thumbnails, and they're all pretty bad, but granted, you know, but it made my life very easy, and it made the habit of recording and getting stuff done every day really, really easy, because I can just upload into an iCloud folder and then the rest gets done for me. And setting up these kinds of repetitive systems, I think, are the tasks where you get the most return on your investment from an assistant or something like that. The simple things that you can get off your mind and whatever. And I would say, like, a lot of the small little admin things I'm slowly trying to move off my plate. And so I give my assistant access to my email, to now she has access to arrange payments for the bank accounts and stuff like that, and then just send them to me, and I can approve them. That makes it a lot easier to manage. I become able to manage a lot more things from my phone. And ideally, my goal is to reach a situation where the only work that I sit down to do on my laptop is fundamentally like the most important thing that the business needs right now. And so, like, when I sit down on my laptop, it should be a focus block of crucial, really important work, and I can focus purely on the thing. And anything outside of that, I should be able to handle from my phone. And so it's like on the go, in between here and there. I'm at lunch, I'm at a party or at an event, whatever, at a dinner, and I'm able to text and get things done because I have sorted the right access, the right people. I've created the videos, whatever, the documentation on how to do things, and so I can basically handle all of those small things faster and a lot better. That, I think, is a big criteria for success for me. And is it worth it? Yes, but only if you have the volume of little bits and bobs to justify that. When I say volume of little bits and bobs, I like, at least for me in my life, that means admin things for the company. So little bits of accounting, like keeping track of invoices, you know, these videos, like uploading it is it's a little thing, right? It's a little, like, piece of admin that just needs doing. These are the things where I think assistants really add the most value. Like, it's not having to worry about those little things. Like, that is, but correspondingly, you have to have enough little things going on for you to get a return on that investment in the first place. And so that I would say is the biggest criteria for me if I were to make this decision again, is like, do you have enough little things in your life that are repetitive actions that you have to keep doing and whatever. I would say for a business, like for a small business, it's really helpful because like I don't need enough. I don't need a full-time financial, like officer or something. I don't need a full-time accountant dedicated just to us. Like I have an accounting company and they do enough, but they just do my books at the end of the year. And so the little things like an assistant can really help out with, like across the board. That's, I think, the biggest thing. And there's other things that they can help with as well, maybe replying to some emails, maybe making some bookings here and there. But like the volume of that work is not enough to justify it. She organized my emails for a little while. I can ask her to make a booking or something, but like the booking takes me 5 minutes to do on my phone. The email stuff, like I found a better way where I just, I archive emails and get rid of them quickly. So those things I would say actually, like I was quite excited about them at the start. I thought it would be really helpful. Over time, I've found those are not where I get the biggest return on my money. It's very much on the little repetitive tasks that I don't even have to think about anymore. And like they're completely off my brain. And I'm trying to move more of those. Like anything that I find myself doing again repeatedly, I usually move off. Most of the time when it's something small and like a one-time thing, the time of me teaching my assistant to do it or doing it myself is virtually the same. And so those are not really where you get a lot of time savings. That's my kind of, like, I run a software company, I run a software services business. So if anybody has been considering that, that's been kind of my experience. That's pretty much it.